What is going on, people of the internet? Peter here from the Illuminati, and today I've got a big video planned for you guys. I did a collab video. I contacted some of my close friends here on YouTube that do videos, movie reviews, some of them, various other things. So I was like, hey, you guys want to do a collab? And they responded. They were like, yeah. What I asked them to do was to send me Under the Radar movies. And an Under the Radar movie is a movie that you think personally is great. You really enjoyed it, but it doesn't have much attention. It's not very popular. Not many people know of it. So yeah, let's start off with the Silver Shamrock.
What's up, everybody? I'm the Silver Shamrock, taking part in this video collab with my good buddies, the Epic Illuminati, on our most underrated or under the radar movies. My pick for this particular video, in my opinion, it's always been one of the most underrated movies, and it's always one that comes to mind whenever someone asks me for an underrated movie, and that's 1997's Breakdown. Basically, in this movie, you have Kurt Russell, who plays this man, Jeff Taylor, and his wife, played by Kathleen Quinlan. They're driving cross-country from Boston to San Diego or Los Angeles, I believe. And they're moving there, and they're driving, and they break down in the middle of the desert somewhere out, Arizona or New Mexico. A trucker stops by and asks them if they need help. And, since there's no help or whatever, Jeff wants to stay with the car, so he says, you know what, I'll stay with the car, and you can go with him, and he'll take you up the diner to the road to call for help, and I'll meet you there. So Jeff ends up fixing the car, and he drives up to the diner to meet his wife, and she's not there. Now, he keeps asking all the locals, have you seen this woman? Have you seen my wife? Have you seen this trucker? They're uncooperating. The police are uncooperating. And so basically the rest of the movie is him trying to find his wife. Now, this movie's really cool because it's mostly a thriller, but it's also like a mystery and action movie. The mystery is him trying to find out what happened to his wife, and it turns out that there's a bigger story here than what meets the eye. And there's also some great action scenes. And it's only 93 minutes long, so it goes by really fast, and everything's packed in here. Really nice. So yeah, this has always been one of my favorite thrillers, probably my favorite thriller, if not in the top three. So yeah, that's my pick for the Under the Radar movie. If you have the chance to check this out, definitely do it. You won't be disappointed.
It's like a really interesting movie, and I will be checking that out. Sucks that it's not on Blu-ray though. And let's kick it over to Drum Dums.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Drum Dums. I review movies. And Theo from the Epic Illuminati is a good friend of mine on YouTube, and he asked me to suggest an under-the-radar type of movie. And I love these types of movies. It's always fun to find a movie that you never heard of and you end up really liking. And recently I did a review for Z for Zachariah. And while I was, getting my creative juices flowing, I thought of a similar movie called Dead Calm. And as I thought of Dead Calm, I was like, hey, I actually have to do a review for Theo. And Dead Calm would be a perfect movie to suggest because it is definitely an under the radar type of movie. A lot of people, especially today's generations, have never even heard of it. But this movie is just so intense. Dead Calm is a story of Ray and John. Ray is played by Nicole Kidman. John is her husband, and he is played by Sam Neill. They just had a terrible tragedy in their family. Their son died, and so they go on this boating excursion just to try to get away from it all, to try to grieve and, get through this whole process. And then along comes Huey, played by Billy Zane, and you are immediately suspicious of this character. He has just come from a boat that was in distress, and he states that all the people on that boat have died except for him. And so Sam Neill goes to that boat to find out what went on, and then some crazy stuff happens along the way. I don't want to give anything away, but let me just say this movie is so well paced. It grabs you right away, and it does not let go until the very end. The performances are very strong in this movie by all three characters, but Billy Zane, wow, he really steals the show, and it surprised me that his career didn't go farther after Dead Calm because his performance is just jaw-droppingly amazing. He plays the perfect psycho maniac. And Nicole Kidman does such a great job too because she is constantly trying to stay one step ahead of him to basically keep herself from getting killed. So guys, that is my under the radar movie. Please go check out Dead Calm. I promise you, you will thank me. It is such a cool nail-biter thriller suspense movie. And Theo from the Epic Illuminati, thank you so much for asking me to jump on your channel. Really had fun. Thanks a lot, guys.
Sounds like an interesting movie, and I definitely will be checking that out. Let's kick it over to Fallen Marvel.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Fallen Marvel, and I'm the Marv. Yes, Marv is here too, and we are here and teaming up with the Epic Illuminati to bring you guys our choice of movies that kind of flew in under the radar. So if you guys remember a time when HBO actually had some pretty decent exclusive action movies that they would premiere, well, our pick is actually one of the last few titles to come from that era. So that movie in question is Drive, starring Mark Dacascos, Kadeem Hardison, and not exactly starring her, but it also features the late Brittany Murphy. So to give you guys a summary on what Drive is like, it is essentially Rush Hour before Rush Hour, except it has a little bit of a sci-fi element to it. That movie really did feel like Rush Hour, but hey, this movie actually came out a year before Rush Hour, so I mean, who say who bit off who, but you know, that's left up for another debate. Yeah, Marv, I don't even think I want to open that can of worms. Mark Dacascos' character is this guy from China who had this prototype thing in his chest that gave him like extra adrenaline and stuff and strength and all that whatever, and apparently the corporation that built it wants to get it back, and he ends up going to America, runs into Kadeem Hardison's character, and just a lot of crap just ensues, and there's just a lot of high octane action that soon to follow, and it's great. This movie is actually what made me a fan of Mark Dacascos as a martial arts action star. I know he's done other movies before that I've seen him in, like unfortunately one of them had to be, do I have to say it, Marv? FM, you're the one that's doing this breakdown, so that's up to you. Okay, he was one of the leading actors in Double Dragon, okay? Yes, I said it. Yes, and man, I was always a fan of his. They had really good chemistry in the movie, even though it was really like a culture clash. I thought it was pretty funny and it was entertaining. And, you know, with those low budget action films, you know, from the mid 90s and stuff like that, that was the era I grew up with. That's what I loved. And he also starred in another little gem that predated this that some of you may or may not know, but, yeah. Banana way. I kind of had to sneak Only the Strong in there too. Like, that movie made me appreciate capoeira. So it's good stuff. So if you haven't seen them, please, by all means, see them. So that's me and Mars' pick for movies that kind of flew under the radar, but are diamonds in the rough at the end of the day. Also, want to give a quick thanks for the guys at Epic Illuminati that allowed me to come on and give you guys my thoughts. So this is my first collaboration with the guys, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. Yeah, you guys over at EE, like, you know, don't ever forget about us. Just give us a call. You need something. So guys, that does it for us, and don't forget to check us out on our YouTube channel of the same name as its title character, where we just go through reviews, reactions, all that kind of fun stuff. A place where you can go nerd, but nerd responsibly. So, you know, go ahead and give us a look-see, and that'll do it for us. So, I'm Fallen Marvel. Once again, I'm the Marv. We're out.
Great job, FM. That is definitely a way under the radar movie. I thought when you said Drive at first, I thought you were talking about the Ryan Gosling movie, but no, you're talking about the HBO one. That sounds like an interesting concept, and I did not know Rush Hour stole from that movie. Alright, let's kick it over to Durant Cinema.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Dave from Durant Cinema. Now the movie that I picked that's very under the radar is Mindhunters. Yes, this movie. And it stinks because I don't hear a lot of people talking about this movie. And it sucks because it's so damn good. It's so intense. Mindhunters. Freaking awesome. So damn good. Just so awesome. Now what this movie is about is these FBI profilers. Trained, they're very skilled, they use weapons, and yet they strategize. They're on this mission, just a training mission, on this island. Now they have to go through these little obstacles to train, but then it doesn't go out that way. Shit starts to go down and people actually die. They actually die one by one. It starts to turn out to be like, wait, maybe it's one of us. And then all of a sudden they start to turn on each other. You don't know who it is. You don't know who to trust. And someone dies. and dies. And like, it's so scary because you're like, wait, I think it's that person, and all of a sudden they die, and you're like, wait, no, it's not them. It's gotta be someone else now. So intense. It's just insane. It's kind of scary too. All these deaths are just creepy. You don't know when it's gonna happen. It just pops out of nowhere. You're just like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on here? You got a great cast of people right here. You got Christian Slater, LL Cool J, and Batman himself, Val Kilmer in this movie. What can you go wrong with that? Keeps you on the edge of your seat, that horror vibe. Very fun to watch, mystery, crime, and that is my pick for Under the Radar.
Sounds like a really interesting movie, Durant. Let's kick it over to Sanjay. Is this a channel cinema?
See what that is? Yes, it is Sunshine, because that is what my #1 under the radar movie is. Sunshine from 2007. That's right. Hello, creatures of the internet. I'm Sanjay from the Sanjay Is This a Channel Sinha channel. Now, Sunshine from 2007 is a sci-fi thriller set in the future in space, where this group of astronauts is sent on a dangerous mission to reignite a dying sun with this huge nuclear fission bomb about the size of Manhattan. However, along the way, they encounter dangerous deviations to their assignment. Now, first of all, I found this movie to be a visual masterpiece. The effects are realistic and completely believable, the technology is cool, and there are also all these neat little nods to 2001: A Space Odyssey. All this is done justice by the other amazing qualities of the film. The pacing is arrestingly perfect, there are never any boring moments or lulls. The acting is spotless, you really feel as though you're watching real people live out this real dilemma. You don't feel like you're watching just actors regurgitate lines or, you know, overdo it on the business. The storyline itself is completely engaging and fascinating. I mean, the concept of a dying sun is intriguingly realistic, and the development of this plot is executed perfectly in this film. Plus, there's a delicious irony that totally sucks you in and keeps you interested in what's going to happen next. Overall, the creativity of the visuals, the set, the ship, everything is clever and awesome. The film has a wide target age range from tweens to adults, plus both guys and girls are going to love this movie. So in conclusion, creativity check, visually stunning check, acting check, believability check, and relatability check. And so you guys, if you check out the movie, please comment below and tell me your thoughts. I'm going to be reading the comments. Let me know whether or not you liked it or you didn't like it. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to end this video out with my own personal Under the Radar movie, and that movie is Stretch.
Stretch is directed by Joe Carnahan and stars Patrick Wilson, Chris Pine, Jessica Alba, and Ed Helms. The movie focuses around a Stretch limo driver whose wife just left him and he owes $60,000 to the mob and he has to pay it off in one single night. He's in luck though because a crazy billionaire, played by Chris Pines, offers him $60,000 as long as he drives him around in LA all night and fulfills his crazy desires and wishes. Guys, I honestly really liked this movie. It had a great dark sense of humor. It had some great action scenes. It had me laughing. It had me being puzzled because at times it was just so weird, but it was so funny. I really can't recommend this movie enough, and I suggest you guys check it out.
Overall, it was an amazing film. I really liked it, and it really is under the radar. I mean, there was a lot of great movies last year, and I guess it kind of like fell under it. Minor quibbles about it. You know, the last 5 minutes are very cliche ending. It's a very romantic cliche thing. And then, of course, logical flaws, but I'm not going to destroy a movie based on that. If I had to give it a grade on like an elementary system, I would give it an A- on a R scale. I would give it 4.5. Definitely go check this movie out. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Peter here from the Epic Illuminati signing out. Catch you guys in the next vid.